what you need. What's up, baby girl? Do you wanna come to my world? Look at me, look in my eyes. You're in the Brent Taylor show tonight. I got the homies, stay with me. Bring your girls, make sure they pretty. You need to, maybe 3. Or like, just bring like one, just if you pretty, just bring one big girl with you, and you can hook both of them up. You know what I'm talking about? Welcome to the Brent Taylor show. You know, what's up, y'all? What up? 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 What's up? That's what y'all got.
That's right.
That's all y'all get.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Brent Taylor show.
All right.
It's your boy Chaboby.
We got Chaboby and E40 with me tonight.
Look at you. E40. There they
This
go.
is E30 right now. This is E40.
WD-40.
WD-40. Straight out of, not out of Vallejo. This no. He's from Vallejo, Milwaukee. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say.
Just backyard.
They got weed and milk.
Hey, that's all right. Oh, shit.
Fire.
Cushy, weedy milk.
Kush cheese.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't have
boy
cheese, but I
WD-40.
tried.
I got my boy Derek Fisher's uncle, Eric Fisher, with me right now. You know what I'm saying?
When I shake like this, they say I look like Muhammad Ali just fell off his horse.
You know what I'm saying? I got stunt double. It's stunt double Saturday.
Stunt double Sunday. That's right. Sunday. Stunt double Sunday.
Okay, see, y'all on it. Y'all
I'm Muhammad Ali stunt double. That's E40 stunt double on cancer.
These are
There you
professionals
go.
right now.
And this is Emmanuel Lewis older version stunt double.
You see how they try to do that? But to the Brent Taylor show, I got my boy Chaboby with me and my boy Lil Will, yo. Y'all see what it is. 2 fine comedians, yo. These niggas professionals. One out of Milwaukee, one out of, you from all over the place.
I'm originally from out of DC.
DC, right?
Lived in LA for about 20 stretch and hang in
Tell me
Arizona.
where you live now.
I live in Arizona.
Okay, because now where you from is where you at.
I love Arizona.
Rep that AZ.
Hot as shit in AZ.
Rep
and
that
I love
AZ.
it. AZ for life.
AZ for life. You know, we are a very cannabis friendly show, and everybody know out here in LA we got the finest weed, finest kush, finest shit. Our weed is named after gangsters. It's called OGs.
I'm finding that shit out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta respect our shit. You gotta salute to our weed. Arizona is known for having trash. So
yeah, so true.
Not for real, because you got some booze. If you got some booze, you got what's this? Oh, this is Arizona. Y'all got designer bullshit. Like, for real, y'all got designer bullshit weed.
Arizona is a land of the dark skinned crackers. I swear to God, there's a bunch of dark skinned crackers out there in Arizona, and they got bunk ass weed.
What makes y'all weed terrible? Is it something in the air?
It used to be, it used to be really good back in the day. I used to get the best shit back in the 80s and 90s. Arizona, you remember back in the day, the first day in Arizona,
in the 80s,
Arizona Stress was the shit. Arizona Stress was the shit in the late 90s. Late 90s.
Okay. In the 90s I smoked.
Late 90s.
But I knew not to get it from Arizona.
When I came out to California in the mid 90s, late 90s, Arizona Stress was the shit.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know.
And all of a sudden they just dropped off.
When I started smoking, you know what made me smoke? It was an album Dr. Dre put out called The Chronic. The Chronic. I was a kid, like I was young, bro. I was in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade. The Chronic dropped, and it made my spirit say that I gotta smoke. Like, I gotta try. I gotta see what it is. I didn't want to be a smoker. I just wanted to hit it. I just wanted to hit the Chronic and be like, oh, okay, I know what that is. And then I could go back and be in a kid again. But I wanted to know what that shit was. And then, you know what I'm saying, and I found out. But I never wanted to smoke Arizona. I'm be honest with you. And then when they showed it to me, it looked like it was gonna be fire. It packaged like it was, but every time, this was the, you know what I'm saying?
You would think they would have the
like Booth at 5. This is designer Booth. It's gonna be 6.
That's true.
It's gonna be 6.
Hey, this is my first night.
And I love Arizona. Don't get me wrong. I love Arizona, but you got a point there.
I'm finding this shit out now.
Alright.
Just moved down there in the end of October.
Some cold whiskey.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. You from Milwaukee?
Yes, sir.
What kind of weed they got in Milwaukee, bro?
Oh, Milwaukee is good, man, because we getting it from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It's nice coming from up there in Michigan because they can grow their shit. They've been growing their shit up there in the peninsula real good. So it's been some fire coming out of Michigan. So, you know, Wisconsin got some good weed. Madison stay nice. Madison always stay nice. But, you know, they trying to legalize it like everybody else.
That's Wisconsin, right? Madison,
yes, sir.
Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Milwaukee is in Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
I knew that. Okay.
DC got some good shit. We get a lot of our shit from down south Virginia. Upstate New York come down with some good shit. So we get a little bit from everything in DC. I haven't been there in a while though, but last time I was there they had some good stuff rocking and rolling.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. That's how you know your city is trash, when you think about the best weed you could smoke and it come from somewhere else.
That's true.
Cause both of y'all was like, yeah, we got some bomb weed in Milwaukee. You know, we come from Michigan, Madison.
Look, everybody knows no one can beat Cali, man. Cali is
Cali
America's
I wasn't trying to be like that. I didn't say
I'm just saying,
this
California is
is entity,
America's
Joe.
Amsterdam, okay? I
I
moved out here just because the weed is so good. I changed professions because the weed is so good.
This is my first time in the LA, so I'm enjoying
yeah,
this, Joe.
We grow it here. We grow it upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is a bomb, man. I'm telling you, it's a damn shame. You get so high and you forget you had kids and shit. And you got so high, oh, who are you? You look like your real daddy there, boy. Because you got some good LA Kush. That's some good shit. Not like
I don't even got kids. That's not how
you smoke that shit, you'll believe you will. You'll be like, oh, I got a son.
No kids, bro.
If you smoke some of that LA
No
shit, you be like,
kids.
I got a son. Where you come from? I smoke this. Alright,
I got a cold weed question. I'm glad you said that, cause this gotta be a weed question. You said this to me while we was outside having a medicinal break.
Medicinal.
You said you believe the Earth is flat. Let's get to
Yeah,
that.
Skippy. I believe the Earth.
Why
is
do you believe the Earth is flat, Chaboby?
Last time I checked, don't shit hang on a spinning ball. Gravity, I don't care how you spin. I put an ant on a basketball and did the little. That ant went over there. So ain't shit hanging on there. I don't care how fast in rotation they got you believing. Look, it's not happening, okay? I'm not gonna say it's totally flat. I will say it's not a circle. It is not a ball. It is not round. I will say it is slightly oblong, maybe oval, but
That's
it's
what
not.
the fuck we said the whole time.
I
That's
think
what
it's like
scientists said,
oval
so.
or something of that nature.
That's
But it's
a
not a circle. It's no, an oval is.
It's an
This is a
oddly
circle.
shaped circle.
This is a circle. This is a complete, perfectly symmetric circle.
I know what an oval is.
An
dog.
oval is a stretched out circle with points at both ends that balls on, and then you have an area
An
that's
oval
flat.
is vaginally shaped.
But it's still exactly.
An oval is
And
vaginally
we all come from pussy. So why
And
wouldn't
that's what
so why
scientists
wouldn't the
been
Earth
saying
look like
the
a
whole
pussy?
time.
Why wouldn't the Earth look like a pussy?
Okay, what I'm saying is this. The Earth
Look
is
like a
pretty
pussy?
much is a circle,
It's a pussy.
but it's not a perfectly symmetrical. It's like a wobbly
So
circle.
why do we keep portraying it as a perfect globe on television?
But it's
In
not
every
flat.
commercial-
Flat means it's like this, like a flat
I
piece of
believe
paper.
the oval,
a paper is
no,
flat.
Yeah.
the oval shape can be put into a flat surface, but from the ocular point of view, it's still oval.
Nah, it's still.
It's still flat as a
It's
cir-
still like
flat.
a ball.
Just
is what
like
I'm
this.
saying.
This is a circle, but if I hold it like this, it's still a circle. It's just a flat circle now.
So you feel it's a
I feel
flat
like it's
oval?
a flat oval.
Nah, it's
That's
not.
what. That's my observation and my belief. I'm not trying to hold nobody to it.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, because when I hear people talking about the flat earthers, I know that's not right because I know better, but I'm so curious to hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say what I think. Nigga, that's bullshit, oh goof ass nigga.
I don't.
But I will. Oh goof ass nigga, is the moon flat? Oh goof ass nigga, when you see the sun, is the sun flat? Is the moon flat? You know what I'm saying? You see the moon every day, my nigga. Like, is it flat, my dude? Like, is it?
The moon and the sun look just like this. You only see it from a circular view. You
Right,
never
circular.
see, but you never see the whole circumference.
But you don't
of it.
never see it flat like a piece of paper.
But if you look at it from a side view, is it not?
So let me tell you.
You never
this.
see the. Do you?
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
I'm gonna let
Have
you
you
go.
ever seen the total circumference of the moon? The moon has never revealed the dark side.
You ready for me to answer?
Please do.
Okay. What they don't have on the moon is people on both sides of it corresponding and communicating. On Earth,
I bet you don't know.
Can I land? Can I land?
You can land.
On Earth, we do have people on Earth communicating. So what I'm saying is this: on one side of Earth, there's sun, and at that same time, while there's sun, on the other side there's darkness. The reason why, because if you take a circular bar and hit it with a light, one side you'll see that flat surface and you'll see it with the light. The other side will get darkness. So that's why in the daytime we have over here in America it's daytime, but in China or the other side of the world, they have nighttime. And that's why you have different hemispheres. Sometimes it's hot on certain parts because that sun is hitting that middle part just directly. The parts furthest from the sun itself, they're colder. North Pole, South Pole, they're freezing cold because they're the furthest you can get away from the sun. And because that ball, that circular ball actually rotates like they say every 24 hours, that's why that other side at nighttime, in a couple hours, it's going to come over here and be daytime.
Wow, they really lied to you in school. That's the sign.
But if it was flat, if what you're saying is true, if it was flat, when it's daytime here, it's flat time clear across the other side of the world. You feel what I'm saying, brother?
I understand.
Let me say this one
me,
question.
I ain't gonna lie, because I feel that everything
I'm gonna ask this one question.
is revolved in a circle. That's just me. Karma, everything
yes, it's
is
a circle. But at the same time, why do you get why do you get 6 months of darkness in the top and 6 months of light at the bottom?
I can explain that as well. Because the way the earth revolves, the way the axis revolves, see that light right there? We getting sun directly to us. But let's say the top of your head, it's getting very little amount of sun. Now if you was rotating, you feel what I'm saying? It's gonna get the least amount as opposed to your nose. Your nose is getting directly. So the earth is getting direct sun. And remember you said that oval? It is. The earth is not a correct circle. It's actually an oval. So it's something like this, right? So if something like this was spinning and it's going around, like at some point, all of this part will be getting that sun. This part over here ain't getting none. This that 6 months. So when it come over here, okay, this that 6 months where it getting the sun. And then when it spin over here, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like this, pause.
The rotation.
Yeah, but it's kind of eggplant shaped, but to an extreme. You know what I'm saying? Not a perfect eggplant like that, but I mean, like it's a lot bigger than that. But it's like an oval, and it has points to it. So you got 1 point going this way, 1 point going this way. So if we like this, okay, this part ain't really getting no sun right here. But this part over here, all that's getting that sun. So when we spin it around and get like this, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's like that. It's
Let me ask this one question. Can I ask this one question?
Go ahead, bro. You ask anything. Because you said you don't believe the sun gives off heat.
Now, I'm a strong believer of this.
You smoke really good weed, bro. And I need to get some.
I'm going to tell you this like this.
You went past Arizona.
You ever been to space?
Have I been to space? No.
Okay, so you're taking the point of...
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Let me finish.
I think I have. Let me finish. My boy Lil Drugs gave me something. I've been to space a couple times, man. I've been to space a couple times.
I've been high to Superman.
I've been high the dog.
We can debate until we blue in the face, but none of us have been to space. And we have taken credit from people who have said they have been to space, but until you can explain to me the Fermi line...
I haven't been to Australia either, but I know there's people there.
I
haven't been to Africa, but there's people there.
Have you looked at the telescope through the moon and seen lights?
What?
Yeah. Take a look through a telescope and look at the moon and see if you see lights, and then come talk to me.
Because nobody's on the moon.
That's what you think, huh? Believe that.
Well, I don't know. It might be lights.
Believe it. Get a telescope.
I've never seen a telescope. Are you saying I can see lights if I look through a telescope?
Look through a telescope, my friend, and see what you see. Do your own observation.
What do you see through a telescope? Tell me,
my brother. Look at the moon through a telescope.
Tell me.
You'll see.
Tell me. Tell us. Tell the world. Come on, man. Tell us.
You will see the same city patterns that you see on Earth through a telescope.
So that means something's up there then.
Hey, I've never been. I can only see from.
So that means something else. Okay, something else. You said something else while you was extremely high. You said sun doesn't give off heat. But I just need to know what your weed is, dog. Because you said sun don't give off heat. That's ridiculous. When the sun ain't out, it's cold. When it's out, it's hot. In the summertime, it's a lot of sun and it's hot as fuck. When it's a little bit of sun, when it's cloudy and it's rainy, then it's cold. What the fuck? You said, I need to know what you be on, dog. I need that. Is it in your hat? Is it in your hat?
Are you familiar with the Tropic of Cancer?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the prime meridian?
Yeah, what the fuck they got to do with the sun not giving out heat?
The prime meridian, the equator, and the Tropic of Cancer.
Yes. Speed it up. Come on. Speed it up.
Are you understanding of the weather patterns that they portray? Have you looked at a map and
tell us, man?
I'm telling you right now.
Give me the answers. Don't ask me the questions. Tell me the answers. You ask me questions.
If you're looking at a map.
What are you trying to say?
Okay. Looking at a heat-sensitive map, you can see the equator. Once you cross the equator, it's always the hottest point.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
North and south, coldest points.
Right.
Okay?
What's your point?
Now, even across the equator, you have mountains, correct? Ecuador, you got
right. Come on, give it to me. Come on.
Why the top of the mountains have snow and they're closest to the sun?
Okay, I'll explain that to you.
Please do.
Now, the reason why, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, quick little science lesson.
I want to know this.
Why is it? Because we live in Los Angeles, okay? And Los Angeles is a desert climate. It's a southern.
I'm not talking about just.
Can I land? Let me land.
Every mountain across the world.
Brother, trust me. Let me land.
Go ahead.
Let me land. Yeah. So, man, ask you a question. I live in Los Angeles, Southern California. It's a desert climate. It's hot as hell most of the time, right? It's the desert, right? Now, while it's 110 degrees here in the valley, we can literally look up in the mountains and it'll be snow sometimes.
Closest to the sun.
Now, let me tell you why. And it's closer to the sun. Now, the reason why the mountains have snow on it, it's a very easy thing. Because as you go up in elevation, the air quality changes. So when you have clouds that come through, right, and they accumulate all this moisture and you see them turning gray, when they drop rain, it literally drops like snow. It drops snow first. So the mountains are right there. So they get, let me land. They're closer to the clouds.
Closer to the sun.
Sir, let me land. Because what you're saying doesn't make sense. What I'm saying does. Let me land. A cloud drops snow. They don't drop rain. So if a mountain is right here, the first thing they get, snow. You feel what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the damn sun. It comes from the cloud. That cloud drops snow, that mountain right there. Now that same snowflake, as it drops through elevation, it turns into rain. And then it gets warmer and warmer as it comes down. Why? Because the air quality changes. Get up on a plane. You'll hear them things going,
and I said y'all air quality fam. God damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Y'all air quality. When you have,
I'm just saying, bro. And wait, I got one more last one. I'm gonna give you one more last thing. The reason why in the mountains it's colder, drop a freezer. If you ever open your freezer, you'll see sometimes, if it's really cold, you'll see that cold come out, whoosh, and it drops down. Because real cold actually drops down at higher elevations. It doesn't go up, it goes down. The cold starts from the top because the air quality is different up there. The whole physics and chemistry is different than what we have down there. But that's a whole different science lesson, guys. I have another question. Can we talk about fat kids?
Okay.
I need to talk about this. It's in my heart. Fat kids.
I was a fat kid.
I had a feeling that both of y'all were fat kids, and I wasn't gonna say it. But like I wanted to let y'all, you know what I'm saying, get it off your heart. Fat kids. Why are kids fat? And why was y'all fat?
First of all, fat kids, fuck you. Okay, that's the number one, goddamn.
Was you a fat kid?
Yeah, I was a fat kid.
You were a fat kid yourself?
Yes, I was a fat kid.
Okay.
I know I was a fat kid when they put me in Huskies. I was asking gosh.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, Huskies. Yeah.
Right there.
Man, second grade, you in Huskies, you a fat kid. Man.
Fat kids, wow.
I was a fat kid wearing a size 32 in the 6th grade. That's how you know you're a fat kid.
Okay, I got a question for both of y'all. Did y'all both have a spandex built into your
Hell no, man. I always
I
wore
think he
regular
did.
belts.
I think he did. Because that's the real Huskies. Where they have the give on the side, where it got a little give. It got a little give. It ain't like the regular where you just put a little button. Nah, y'all fat.
They should have called them like little men.
I lost all my weight.
They should have called it like little men jeans.
I lost my weight.
Huskies was a nice way of saying this is a man size. But
when you have a supermodel tell you to pack your bag and search for your dick, you lose the weight. Trust me on that, okay? Trust me.
Did y'all get picked on when y'all were little fat kids?
Picked on? That's why I became a comedian, goddammit.
Did you guys get bullied?
I don't know.
Oh no, I didn't get
beat the
bullied,
shit out of motherfucker.
But I
did teased.
Oh, teased all the time.
Teased, yeah.
Teased was always too.
Yeah, Kool-Aid Man, all that good shit.
Yeah.
Fat Albert. See, I'm a 70s baby.
What's my favorite one? Ain't no better than that. Squeezing the big bone.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you each one. I'm gonna each one at a time. Kobe, how did you deal with getting picked on for being fat? I know you were fat as fuck.
I clowned. I became a good clown. I clowned the shit out of motherfuckers. You talk about me, I clown the hell out your ass.
Did you still get girls?
Come on now, get real. I keep girls.
When you was fat, did you get girls? As a fat little boy?
I gotta say thank you to Albie Show and Heavy D.
Because light skinned fat niggas was getting it in?
Hey, because of Albie Show and Heavy D. Dilly, thank you.
Okay, now 40 water. 40 water. I need to know about your experience in Milwaukee, brother.
Oh man, it was a beautiful experience, man.
As a plump avocado shop, bro. Yes. And representing the, you know what I'm saying, just the whole, the Midwest, where y'all just big and it might be different. Ladies might want a big nigga.
Oh man, and all day, bro. I was telling the other day that during the wintertime, boy, camping goes up so smooth because they love the heat. I told them, all you have to do is use sheets.
So fat niggas is winning in the Midwest?
Oh, in the wintertime? Fat.
But what about like all the other?
Now it's summertime now.
Right? There's 3 other seasons. Y'all went through.
Summertime, I'm losing.
Sometimes you get dumped in
They gotta get
sometimes.
freezing cold.
Yeah, it's gotta be cold. It's cold.
The snow gotta be 8 feet, nigga.
I had to come to California. They put me on a weight diet. They just put me on a weight loss diet in California. All I have is sushi and collard greens all this month.
Shit, they got -60 in the
Midwest.
Midwest.
I'm telling you, it is what it is.
I know they want the big boned boy.
Ain't no better joy than squeezing a big bone.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Well, got 2 fat dudes giving it in, representing for the fat dudes. They worked on their weight, as you can see. Y'all, they medium big dudes right now. They like fat skinny dudes, 2 fat skinny right there. Both y'all big, both y'all out of shape as
I'm like
fuck.
6'4", 6'5", 300.
I know when you taller than me, you can carry the weight. I know when you get tall, you can carry it, and I know when you know what I'm saying, you want to do what your shit.
This came from Gary Coleman stunt double. Oh, goddamn you.
Raise your hand and tell me you can take your shirt off and impress. Right? Okay.
Nigga, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
Y'all niggas' shirt right now look like y'all bellies talk right now. Look like y'all both y'all.
I got no problems.
Okay. But I love y'all because y'all
It'd be Rick Ross and all up in home, man. It'd be fucked up. I only got tattoos on my shit.
Y'all stupid, man. Alright, this is my favorite part of the show. It's called Rep Your City, y'all. Real talk. Rep Your City. And basically, it's called Rep Your City right now. What your city needs to know about right now. Like, what your city needs to hear. I'm going to be honest. I'm from Linwood. My city is right between Compton and Long Beach and Watts and all that. But Linwood is its own entity. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice diversity. It's very Latino based. You know what I'm saying? They call me Javier over there. You know what I'm saying? For real. No, for real. And I get a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama, they friends. You know what I'm saying? Even my mama didn't even speak Spanish. She just said English louder. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, she learned we got along, and that's a part of my culture. Linwood, I just want to say, Linwood need to know right now. I'm repping y'all right now. I got y'all right now. I got y'all on our back right now because y'all doing something right now. Gang banging, yeah, it's still alive right now. But gang banging has evolved. Crips is on skateboards. Crips are doing Postmates. Niggas got jobs. You know what I'm saying? The employment percentage is high right now. So I just want to give my hood a pat on the back. Skinny jeans, niggas is getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, dreadlocks, they earthy and they business like. So I just want to give my city a pat on the back. Brother, you from DC? What do you want to say to DC, man? What is DC?
100%. I moved away when I was 19. I go back here and there, but I love my city. I stay in touch with all my friends. Hey, I'm going back with my ice cream to my city this summer. So
you sell ice cream and make ice cream, right?
Blow your mind sweets. Blow your mind sweets, cheesecake ice cream, and cheesecake products.
Do they have that in DC?
They have it in DC. I'm making it. Yes, they know about me a little bit. I'm beginning to spread more out there. I only went out there about 2 summers ago, and I got somebody out there now making it for me. So.
DC, I need y'all to represent my boy Chaboby, y'all. That's DC. Can you get a DC ice cream? You make a DC flavor?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Go-Go.
White House. Can you get a White House flavor?
I want a Go-Go flavor. I'm
you get a Go-Go.
DC
White House.
Go-Go.
See, y'all Mary used to do crack. You can get a crack flavor. Like all that, just spit it out.
Hey, Marion Barry was cool, man.
Marion Barry.
Marion Barry.
You get Marion Barry.
You want to hear a true story?
Bro.
Hey, I got, look, check it out. This is a true story. I got some crazy ass true story, but this is a true story.
The true story need to be you got Marion Barry coming.
No, my homeboy was the one who sold Marion Barry crack.
Wow.
I bullshit you now. Right off of 13th and Randolph.
So can we got the Marion Barry?
I bullshit you now.
Check this out. Can we get the Marion Barry flavor coming soon? I'm
asking. We gotta call it. We'll call it.
You can
Marion Barry crack fudge.
Crack fudge.
Marion Barry crack fudge. That's what it is. Marion Barry crack fudge.
Some blackberries and fudge and that shit.
Hey, I can whip it up, man. I can do something with some raspberry.
Now I got a question. How about you make it white?
Well, that's the base.
Marion Barry white. It's berry white.
Marion Barry white crack chocolate fudge.
There you go. White chocolate.
Yeah, white chocolate.
White chocolate with a hint of berry. With a hint of berry in it.
Crack white chocolate.
I need my cut. I need my cut. I'm gonna do this. I need my city. Brother, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, sir.
What Milwaukee? What part of Milwaukee?
I'm from the north side of Milwaukee. I was born and raised in the north side of Milwaukee, and man, miss it. Miss family. That's what I miss mostly. I miss family. Like moms, I love y'all. You know, grandmas miss your stuff. Dressing. It's not stuffing. Yeah. It's dressing.
You don't miss your friends?
Yeah, I miss my friends, but family first. Family first all day. But I do miss my friends, you know. But don't miss that cold. I left that shit there. I can't stand, man. They got negative 60s and shit.
What the people of Milwaukee in your town need to hear?
Oh, man. Keep repping them Bucks, you know, even though we tricked off. Ooh, we tricked. But, you know, keep repping our Bucks. Let's stop that black on black, man. That's one thing I did notice about Arizona. There is none of black on black crime, you know.
There ain't no black people out there.
I told you that's the dark skinned cracker country.
Y'all got 40 black people in Arizona. They all date white girls.
Hey.
And there's no black on black. I promise you. It is. Everybody getting along.
That's the real shit right there.
Milwaukee, get that shit together.
Shit right
real,
there.
man.
You come to Arizona,
with that shit.
Your flavors do get lighter. I'm not gonna lie to you about that shit.
It's been my show, y'all, the Brent Taylor Show. Tune in, y'all. Tune into my YouTube channel, the Brent Taylor, comedian Brent Taylor. Tune into my IG, comedian Brent Taylor. You can check me out on All Def Digital. You can check me out at your local comedy club, at your theaters, at your sports arenas. Call your girl, she know me too. She got my phone number.
Like Haitian.
I'm everywhere. I walk dogs on Saturdays. I got a little app that I just picked up on my phone. I got a little something, y'all. Check your boy out, Brent Taylor. Chaboby,
that's right. You can find me in Arizona. I catch possums and cats and make good homes for them and smoke a lot of weed. Come talk to your boy. If you ain't country, you ain't right. Don't fuck around now.
Man.
Hey, you catch a possum, man, you a bad motherfucker.
You the only one catching possums.
I catch possums,
guys.
Possums and cats, motherfucker.
Hey, I moved down to Arizona, you know, I'm trying to get my comedy. Yes, sir.
Where can we find you, Lil Will?
Oh, man, you can find me right down there in Glendale, you know. We go down there to Melrose, even though we ain't, but Melrose is a boycott. Keep it there. With the jokes.
And he done got, I'll let you know, you also find him at your latest Thai massage. He done got 17 massages under the name of E40, y'all.
Man, E40.
Right now. He all off the code. We gonna do this for the band. He ain't never been there. I love y'all. Brent Taylor, check me out. Peace, y'all. Love. One.